Welcome everybody to Saturday NYMD podcast. Got some sports. We got some divorces. Not like a Game of Thrones divorce, a regular amicable. Let's go. Welcome on in to the NYMD podcast. Your host, Kevin Hurt, and the man, the Brian Sherrard over here. What's going on, B?
What is up, man? Everything is everything, Hurt.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. All right.
All I got to say is what a difference 5 days makes.
What a difference 5 days makes. Okay.
In the life of the Ravens. I mean, good gracious, man.
All right, well, we'll get to that because we're not going to start the show with that bird stuff. All right, everybody, thank you. We're on StreamYard and YouTube. You subscribe and like. Thank you. Of course, NYMD podcast. We're on Facebook, IG, and the Twitter. Even though Twitter has been taken over, I guess we'll still be there for now. See how it goes. And of course, we are on Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, and Stitcher apps. Wherever you find podcasts, you'll find the NYMD podcast. So, man, what you got going on this weekend, baby?
Oh man, we got a lot to talk about, man. You kind of alluded to it in the opening, man. There's a real life Game of Thrones going on, and your boy did not come out as a winner, Hurt.
Well, I'm just glad he didn't use a divorce rock. So that's a good thing. I'm just glad it just kind of happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm glad he wasn't Damon. I'm glad he was Tom. That's all.
Woo. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'll, again, like I said in the divorce, maybe, Gazelle took 50% of the offense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, good luck to him and his family. We're not here to make fun of anything. I'm just, it's a real life situation. So I'm so hoping his family are, okay, and they get through it fine. Especially the kids. So, but yeah, man, something started last night. Something I didn't watch. I turned to on accident because I forgot wrestling was on another channel and came across this trash called the World Series. And then this World Series.
Trash, Hurt?
Huh?
Why is it trash?
Well, I mean, it has one team that bangs garbage cans, and it is one team that comes from the city that's basically like trash.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Philadelphia and Houston, of course, is who we are respectively. Well, I'm respecting. I won't throw B under the bus. I guess he doesn't have a hatred for Philly because they have birds in their football team name, so he's okay with most bird named teams, except for I guess the Blue Jays. Right, Gracie? Grace. So she's probably looking around like, what? She's like, where's my favorite person who's in the house? Who would be in the house? Since, yeah, just tell everybody Gracie liked me more than you.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I'm gonna go off camera for a quick second.
Yeah.
We're cool. But, I'm gonna try something real quick.
Yeah, okay. But so the World Series started last night. Already started off horrifically because the guy messed up the national anthem.
Oh, really? What happened? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I heard about. I didn't watch it, of course, because I refused to watch the game. But I heard he messed up magnificently. It wasn't. I don't think it was like a Carl Lewis mess up. I think he just got some of the words mixed around. Which again, I mean, I know nerves can cause things to happen, so I'm not gonna, mess with the guy. But yeah, you can't go, botching what did he say? So he's saying, what so proudly we hailed at the Twilight's last streaming.
What?
He continued with whose bright stripes and bright stars through a perilous night. But then instead of the ramparts, well, you know how that part usually gets interrupted by people. He said, what so proudly we hailed at the Twilight's last streaming. And he picked up correctly with the Rockets' red glare. Oh. He was at the inauguration last year, and I guess he did it correctly. But yeah, he could be nervous.
Wow.
So yeah, it happens.
But you don't know. But you don't know who this guy was.
Some guy, Eric. He's a Grammy-nominated singer, Eric Burton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of him.
The Black Pumas, I guess, is the name of the band he's in.
Black Pumas.
Yeah, I just know them as a sneaker brand. I didn't know there was. So, and also, everybody, if I'm a little slow in reaction, I do have an ear infection, so I can only hear out of my left ear currently.
Oh.
So luckily, I have it up loud, so it's too loud. I do apologize for the adjustment of the sound, so to speak. So yeah, what was I going to say?
No, it's the World Series, man. You said it was.
Oh yeah, that. So yeah, win extra innings. Philadelphia won 6-5. There you go.
So I was shocked. So basically,
so what are you more shocked by?
Well, yeah, I'm about to tell you. So I was shocked because basically I didn't watch the World Series last night. I was.
I thought you would actually, because
I was too engrossed in season 3 of Love Is Blind. So I did not watch the World Series last night. But I did see. I don't know if I got. Yeah, I kept getting alerts on my iPad. Kyle Tucker, I think he hit 2 home runs, and I saw at one point they were up 5-0. So I just went to sleep assuming that they won their way to a win. And then as I was preparing for the show today, going ESPN, like, wait a minute, what? The Phillies won? I was like, how the heck did that happen? So, yeah, man, the Phillies took a one zip lead, man. So, wow, yeah, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, not to pick on anybody, but I do have to, and I like him. I totally do like him. I have no issues with him. But he's 0-15 in the postseason. And if I need him to get a hit, I need him to get a hit during this series. And I'm talking about Trey Mancini.
Oh, he's 0
for 15.
Ooh.
Like the O means 0, like 0 hits.
Oh, the O doesn't mean oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like during the national anthem. So it was a part last night where they had runners on second. He popped out. I want him. Because he's on that team, and I want that team to win over the other team. I'm rooting for him. But I gotta listen, Dusty. If he ain't getting no hits, dude gotta sit. Sorry, you gotta sit your butt on the bench. You can't be going over in the playoffs.
Well, Altuve had like an 0 for 26 streak going.
Huh?
I said Jose Altuve was over 26 at some point
in the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you didn't know that?
He's Jose Altuve. You can't take him out. He's not a DH. You know what I'm saying? But he's not like like if Polar Bear was over 26, you can't take Polar Bear out because he plays first. So,
first of all, before we even start talking about the World Series, let's just talk about how the Houston Astros really did this country a great service by sweeping the Yankees to get.
That did happen. So yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it. So, anything you can do to keep the Yankees out of the World Series, you're a national treasure in my eye. I mean, look, I know you all had your cheating scandal a couple years ago, but I would way rather see the Astros in the World Series than uh than the Yankees. Wait a minute, I didn't see we have a comment. Oh,
Yeah, I think it might have come up later.
okay.
I already answered it, but yeah, it wasn't about this, so we'll come up to it. So yeah, no, they swept the Yankees, and I totally appreciate it. Of course, I sent brooms out to all the Yankees fans because they got swept, and then I hope even bigger than that. I hope Judge leaves. I hope he goes to the Giants, and I hope he leaves the Yankees, and I just hope this just gets sadder and sadder, honestly. But again, that's what they get for messing with me and my team. So I have, I never have really any sympathy towards them anyway. But I'm glad that they lost the way they did. Now, and saying that, I need Houston to do something.
And what's that?
To win this freaking series. And I did not know. Do you know the record of Justin Verlander in the World Series? Because he pitched last night, by
the way. Verlander pitched last night. Yeah. Okay. Verlander's record in the World Series. Has he won a game in the World Series, Hurt?
Well, that's you're asking me. I asked you a question. You can't ask me a question back. I would just want you to guess, and then we'll go.
I'll say 0-5.
He was until last night. Now he's 0-6. So,
wow, that was just a guess.
Yeah, yeah. Which is probably, I knew you would probably get. For some reason, I knew you'd get close to it anyway. But so yeah, he is 0-6 in the World Series, and even though dude had like a 2.1, well, he had a great season. But, the Phillies are a never say die team. And, they're somehow got in this position and, playing one of the best teams in baseball. But when it comes to a series, it's just, one game at a time, in all honesty. Yeah. And they won this first one down there. Now, as they said, they got home field advantage, I guess. So I believe game 2 is tonight. So we'll see. But, seeing as though right now Philly's up 1-0, do you think they have control of the series?
So I picked Houston to win the series, mostly because of their pitching. I think that their pitching could dominate the Phillies like they dominated the Yankees. And I picked them to win. Here's the problem, though. Houston has a tendency, their offense has a tendency to shut down. Like, they have a great offense, but they go through stretches where they can't score, like throughout the whole lineup.
Like last night, the first 5 of those 5 runs came in the first 3 innings.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah,
and they were 0 for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so they had these stretches, man, and I was fearful that was going to happen when they faced the Yankees, but it just so happened that their pitching was that much better than the Yankees. But I don't know. I picked Houston to win, but I got a funny feeling, man. I got this after this comeback last night by the Phillies. I got a strange feeling, man. I think the Phillies are winning this now. I do. I do, man. They're having the kind of postseason that draws
the magical postseason.
Yes, exactly. They're having that kind of postseason, man. The Bryce Harper,
Bryce 5 home runs
in
the postseason. He was 2 for 4 last night. 2 for 4 runs scored. He's got more World Series hits than he has more home runs in the playoffs than the number 15 best player of all time.
Yeah, so we're not going to go there, but no, man.
It's a fact.
We're like I said, we're not going to go there today. But no, man. I think the Phillies, man. I think they might be on to something. So, but I am rooting for the Astros just because I want to see Trey Mancini get that World Series ring. But I don't know, man. After last night, I got a funny feeling about this.
Yeah, the Phillies, who finished the season 12 games over 500. Of course, with the expanded playoffs, they wouldn't even been in the playoffs without the expanded version, but they're here. And they've beaten, basically because they were last seed, they've beaten everybody who's supposed to be better than them. So they beat Atlanta. They got lucky getting the Padres instead of the Dodgers, in my estimation, but you only beat who's in front of you, and now you're in the World Series. You have no fear. There's zero fear on that team. That team is in the World Series. You go to the World Series, you're like, hey, what do we got to lose? Let's go out there and play. Where, Houston as the overall favorite, they won 106 games. They literally I think this is the biggest discrepancy in record in World Series history, basically. So it's a 19 game. They were in the same division. It'd be 19 games that Houston would be leading Philadelphia by if the season ended. But in a series, none of that matters. We know that. And it doesn't matter what. Like during the season, Houston was beaten by the Orioles. And it just matchups matter. So in this case, and in game one, they matched up very well, and they came out on top. So the momentum is definitely with Philly. I think the better team is Houston, but anything can happen. So I really need Houston to win though, because
all right, well,
Philly's winning, and the Eagles are undefeated, and they're probably coming out for another. They have another Creed movie coming out. And Rocky might be in it. This is too much. It's too much.
All right, man. So where do you want to head to next? Where you want to go?
Well, let's go to, since we just talked about the 0-6 record of Justin Verlander. Let's talk about the 0-5 record of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Your Los Angeles. What's up with your boy LeBron, man?
Oh, my boy LeBron's doing fine. His team is. I never expected them to do it. This team's sorry. They've been sorry.
It's a poorly constructed team. I don't understand.
I don't know, how did he get an extension? No one could shoot. If anybody knows anything, you surround LeBron with shooters, and you literally have no one that can shoot. There was a game when they played Portland where Anthony Davis was open for a three. The guy guarding him didn't even go out there. He turned around for the rebound. Literally. So he's standing at the 3-point line, and I think it was Nurkic who was guarding him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." And he literally turned his back and was waiting for the rebound, and Anthony Davis hit the side of the backboard on that 3-pointer time. And I'm not just picking on him. It's the whole team can't shoot. The whole team is full of Ben Simmons, except for LeBron.
But they got Patrick Beverly, man.
Yeah, but Patrick Beverly's not a scorer.
Dude,
Yeah, I know. But it's just is that your big acquisition to get Patrick Beverly? Westbrook is a disaster.
Right.
He was 0 for 11 the other day.
He's coming off the bench now, man.
Even when he was starting, he can't shoot wherever he comes from.
Well, I know. You
couldn't even hit the Pacific at this point. I don't even know why he's there. Dude, from the beginning, you and I, when that first happened, we both agreed, why would you do this? Why would you trade why would you get him? What is, it's let's also just go sign John Wall. Why would you do that? John Wall's okay to be backing up people. He's fine on the Clippers, I'm sure. But he shouldn't be the main guy. He can't run your team. Westbrook shouldn't be on that team.
No.
Come on now. Westbrook was fine with him and his buddies up in OKC, and that's where he should have stayed.
Yeah.
So, but he's not. It's just that game where they were winning the other day, and he came down, and they were up by, I think they were up by 8, and it was 50 seconds left, and he shot the ball with 18 seconds on the shot clock. And then you can see LeBron and AD both go. I mean, literally, there's a camera angle of him going down the court dribbling. Westbrook had the ball, taking a shot, and AD at the same time, AD and LeBron no at the same time. And they end up losing that game. You hold on to everybody knows you hold on to the ball when you have a lead in the last minute of a game. You don't take a shot, especially when you can't shoot. You don't take a jump shot with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Everybody on that team needs to be fired. I don't understand. Rob Pelinka, he got an extension? I really don't understand. I know, everything that happened, and I know they won a championship in the last 4 years, whatever. This team is pure, unadulterated trash. Trash. It's just, and I don't watch early season basketball. If it's on, I might just turn to it.
Right.
But it's just not my thing. But it's just this team is poorly constructed, and they're not the only team struggling currently. But it's just to me, they're just the worst team.
What's up with with Brooklyn, man? They're 1-4 right now, last place in the Atlantic.
Well, again, another team who is not saying they're poorly constructed. I just don't know. How can I put this? I'm not trying to be biased. I'm trying to look at it constructively. Yes, KD is good. Obviously, he's great.
Yeah.
Kyrie, Ben's working himself back into his defensive. He had a great defensive play the other day. He also missed a layup with an air ball. I just don't know how that happened, but that's besides the point. But we know he can't shoot. He should, honestly, Ben Simmons should be on the Lakers. That would be perfect for him. But I don't know why they're 1-4. And I don't think Steve Nash's days are going to be long there. They keep struggling. Something's got to change and not trading anybody. So it's going to have to be Steve Nash, even though, he got the backing of the team and stuff. But I just don't. I know I don't. When again, what has KD done? Not KD. Sorry, not KD. What has Kyrie done outside of Cleveland? Nothing. He's just basically destroyed teams. He went to Boston. They did nothing. He leaves. They go to the championship game. And put up a really good fight. They have a good team. They have a belief system. I don't know what's going on in Brooklyn. I have no clue. But yeah, they're struggling. I mean, they have one more win than the Lakers, so I'll give them that. So at least when the Kings and the Lakers play, one of those teams has to win. So we'll see that. But at least your Wizards, our Wizards are 3-2, and my Knicks are 3-2. So I'm happy.
Yeah. Like you said, I don't really, early season basketball is not really my thing. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm shocked that the Lakers are the worst team in the NBA right now.
I'm not. That team's terrible.
I mean, I know that.
You know what? You know what's crazy? They have I know it's early in the season. They played 5 games. They have the number 3 ranked defense in the NBA. You know how hard it is to have the number 3 ranked defense and be 0-5? That means your offense is horrific.
Yes.
It's horrific. That's sad, dude. It's almost like those football teams back in the day that used to win the championships by just defense. And then they would score, and they would win games 9-7 or 9-3, like most of the season. That's how this team, but they can't. The thing is, they can't even score more than the other opponent that they have held to a season low to. It's sad. Even Jamal from Utah, the guy who came back from injury, he said these aren't the same Lakers from the bubble. I don't know who this is.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jamal Murray. He's like, these aren't the same Lakers from the bubble. They're not, because that's the last time you saw him, because he's been injured since then. So,
to your point, the Lakers have the lowest points per game in the league, and I mean it's not even close, dude. They're averaging 102.2 points per game. The next closest team is Toronto with 104.8.
Even talking about scoring wise, right?
Yeah, scoring. That's what that's how many points they get, right?
Yeah, that's sad.
That's horrible, man.
I mean, you should be, and especially today's NBA, you should wake up and breathe 102.
Right.
And not even think about it. But the thing is, look, their defense, they're holding teams at 110. And that's one of the top defenses in the league, because other teams, where's Golden State at? Golden State's 121. Other teams who are doing well are a little bit, Phoenix is at 105, but they have their defense is pretty good. They just can't score.
Yeah.
So, but it's sad. It's sad. I guess let me see when they play Sacramento. It's the only game they can probably win anytime soon. Let's see. Who do they have? They got the Nuggets again. Oh, it's another loss. They play them at home, so tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about something fun.
Yeah, let's move on.
college game day today is at Jackson State University. That's in Jackson, Mississippi. And it's on now, so you can actually watch our show and that show at the same time on ESPN. And we all know that, college game day doesn't really go to historically black colleges or universities all the time. But this is a big rivalry between Southern University and Jackson State. And, of course, you got Coach Prime down there who represents the SWAC. He's SWAC. If he ain't SWAC, who's SWAC? So Coach Prime down there, getting those kids some exposure. His team's undefeated this year, and it's just pretty cool that they're down there. You know how much I love game day. You know how much you loved when you went to game day. So it's just pretty cool to see all the fans and everybody there.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of big games today as well, besides Jackson State and Southern. Some ranked team games today. We have the big one from your conference at noon. We got Ohio State at Penn State. So they could have been at, Happy Valley, but they decided, even though everybody kind of knows Ohio State's probably going to roll that game. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be a laugher.
Yeah. Number 7, TCU goes on the road to West Virginia. I know everybody could laugh at that, but TCU has lost the last 5 games to West Virginia for some reason. But West Virginia has the worst defense in the country. So we'll see. Notre Dame's at number 16, Syracuse.
Okay.
So, 2 black coaches head-to-head there. Syracuse having a good season so far. We have number 8, Oregon at Cal. Oklahoma State at Kansas State, 9 against 22. Number 10, Wake Forest at Louisville. Illinois, 17 at Nebraska. Number 20, Cincinnati at UCF. We got number 25, South Carolina at home to Missouri. One of the big games of the day. Number 19, Kentucky going on the road to Knoxville to play number 3, Tennessee, who can't let this game stumble because next week they got a big game against Georgia. So this could be a trap game for Tennessee. They got to stay focused. Number 10, USC on the road at Arizona. Number 15, Ole Miss at Texas A&M. Stanford on the road, at number 12, UCLA. So a couple of big games, some exciting games. Not like real big action-packed weekend, but some games that could definitely have a big standing when it comes to the first college football rankings, which come out this Tuesday. So we'll see who's on it. So big days for teams like TCU, who's currently number 7, Ohio State at 2, and of course Georgia at 1. They play. Oh, actually, I forgot. It's the cocktail party. It's Florida at Georgia. I totally forgot about it because Florida sucks. So of course I'm pulling for Georgia. I hope they win by 50. And that's bad. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I almost missed. Hold on 1 second. I didn't see where Maryland is today. I apologize. Do you know who your team's playing today?
I do not.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Here we go to your Big 15 conference. Your 3, what are you at? 6-2 Terps. 4th in the Big 10. You are off this week.
Oh, okay.
The next game is at Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
So big game at Wisconsin. Then at Penn State and Ohio State at home. And, of course, you finish off and get your rivalry game against Rutgers. So there you go. 4 games left, 6-2, bowl eligible.
Not bad.
Yep. See if you could go up there, sneak in a win at Wisconsin, who's having a up and down season. And who knows? Penn State, you never know. Is your quarterback healthy?
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa will start.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. There you go.
All right.
Perfecto. So yeah, a big game. So a big game, big day.
Yeah.
So that's fun. All right. So it's been a weird week because I honestly thought you played the Giants this week, but it was last week and last week. It's just happened so fast. And you guys had 2 games this week.
Yeah, 2 days and 5.
2 days and 5 games.
2 games and 5 days. So
that's funny. Yeah, so let's start off last week. Let's see how we did. And also, what were your surprises from Sundays?
The biggest surprise to me we had a lot of teams doing our country a great service this week. First was Houston sweeping the Yankees. Secondly, with the Bears dominating the New England. I mean, dominating the New England Patriots.
Yeah, like it was an '86 Super Bowl.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Well, here we ain't starting no trouble.
Dude, I did not see this coming. I mean, they dominated this game, man. Mac Jones.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly, Hurt. He got benched, I think, in the second quarter. They brought in Bailey Zappi, gave a spark to the offense on the.
And then Zapp went out quick. That dude came in, they got 14, and then that dude turned into a turnover machine too.
Yeah. So, but man, the Bears ran a really good offense. It seemed like on Sunday they ran an offense that was catered to their quarterback. They rolled out Justin Fields. They rolled him out with his throws. They let him run. They had some design runs on him. And they even admitted they looked at what the Ravens did against the Patriots earlier this year, and they stole some plays from the Patriots, which is smart. Like, you have a athletic quarterback.
Plays from the Ravens. Yeah.
Say what?
I said stole some plays from the Ravens. You said stole some plays from the Patriots.
Yeah, from the Ravens, yeah. But it's smart. I mean, you have an athletic quarterback. Utilize his
skill set.
Right, his skill set. So
and they did, yeah.
So that was good. The Dolphins, they did my conference in my division of service and beat the Steelers. I mean, but it was a game of two halves. I mean, it was 16-10 at halftime, and that's how the game ended. Pretty much.
This is how it started, and this is how it ended.
Yeah. So it was good seeing Tua back. However, dude, there were a couple plays, where Tua was running. One in particular, dude, where he led with his head. I'm like, Tua, what are you?
Dude, I know, like they said, dude, I'm sure his coaches over there like, dude, I know you're back, but let's just not do that. I'm sure he had to have a talking to, but I know he wanted to prove to his teammates and him, probably maybe even himself that he was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't. I was like, dude, don't, like, get out of bounds.
Yeah.
Slide somewhere. But I mean, again, I almost feel like it's almost safer for quarterbacks not to slide unless you slide real early. Because I would almost hate, like, these defenders are still coming in full speed these days. And sometimes these quarterbacks just get blasted. So it's almost like, do you just take, if you know you're going to slide late, do you just take a tackle or what, So it's tough. But yeah, that one play that you're talking about, I remember watching, I was like,
yeah, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like I said, I know I keep saying this, but I'm really worried about this dude. Like, it's hard for me to watch this guy play, man, because I'm just worried one more hit.
Listen, nothing will get you on pins and needles more than was me watching Alex Smith. That was terrifying every play.
You watching what?
Alex Smith play when he came back. I still remember what's his name? The dude from the Rams.
Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald jumped on his back. And I was just like, I was terrified,
Yeah.
Terrified. So I get it, but I know he's not on your team, he's not your quarterback, but just watch, oh my God, just Alex Smith, that was coming back from what he came from.
Yeah.
Dude, that was just I know my blood pressure was high that whole season, man. So yeah, but I'm glad he's good. My biggest surprise is where are the Chargers? Like the Chargers needed a Zappy because they were. I don't know what happened. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are or what they're doing. I know they still have a winning record, but to get blitzed at home by Seattle, 37-23, that game was nonsense.
They were down 17-0 before
in the first quarter.
Like, what is going on?
Halftime was 24-14. Like, who you be, yo? I mean, really, I was really shocked by the beatdown that occurred there. I was shocked by that. I was shocked by the PJ and the Panthers running up and down. No McCaffrey, by the way. We'll talk about that. Running up and down with Chubas and other stuff on the Bucs, yo. Because I'm like, oh, Bucs, everybody going to pick the Bucs. Probably 98% of America, I'm sure, picked the Buccaneers. If someone had a survivor pool, they died right there. Because it really was just like, they lost 20. They only got 3 points.
3 points, hurt.
3 points. So that shocked me. That was crazy. I think those were the two biggest things.
Well, no, your team hurt, even though you picked them. So I know it wasn't.
That's not a shock because that's what
shock to you. But I mean, what's the Packers, man? I don't know what's going on.
Well, I told you we played them, and we beat them most of the time.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So that game didn't shock me at all. Honestly, I was more shocked at how close it was at the end. Because, Aaron Rodgers had the ball with time on the clock. So that's always scary by itself. But we still ended up, winning that game and getting to 3-4. But, none of that shocked me. The Jets and the Giants keep winning. So, 6-1, 5-2. So, I mean, I know their baseball team, well, the Giants, a baseball team, the Yankees is gone. But
the crazy thing is the Giants, they're 6-1, but they're not a good team. But what they do have? They have Wink Martindale. And I don't want to discount what Brian Daboll is doing. He's doing a great job as first-year head coach. But
and the dude has done so much better than the guy that was there before.
Oh, absolutely. Joe Judge or whatever.
Coaching matters.
Absolutely, coaching matters.
Coaching matters, and I don't think people understand that. It's not easy to replace someone who's good, and you need to replace people who aren't good.
Right.
And the guy who was there before, who's back doing the offense every other week for New England or something, Judge, was never the right guy. Just because he came from a certain tree doesn't mean he's always the right guy. I mean, matter of fact, none of those guys seem to be the right guy, to be honest with you.
Well, the Giants got it right this time. So basically what happened was, remember, when they hired Joe Judge, Wink Martindale was in the running. He went up and interviewed for the Giants job. He didn't get it because, for whatever reason, NFL owners are infatuated with coaches that come from New England. Look at them right now. Look at them right now. They suck right now. Well, we'll put it this way: McDaniels is having an awful year. Patricia, he was 3 and out in Detroit. He was terrible. Joe Judge was 2, 3 and out in New York. Stop hiring these New England coaches. No, go ahead, keep hiring. y'all do.
Yeah, let everybody else do it. I'm fine with that.
But you get Brian Daboll that came from the Buffalo Bills, run a great offense there with Josh Allen in Buffalo. Then you have Wink Martindale, who with the Ravens mutually parted ways with in the offseason. Wink Martindale is an excellent defensive coordinator. And I knew when he went to the Giants that the Giants defense was going to be one of the top defenses. I knew it. And I'm not trying to take any away from the Giants, but if you just look at the talent on their team, it doesn't compare to a lot of the top teams. But like you said, coaching does a lot. And when you have a weaker schedule, that can help you out. That can help you out as well. So good for the Giants. And guess what? The Giants, for not being a good team, are going to have a pretty good record, and they're probably going to make the playoffs. So
they could. And the biggest thing too, Saquon's healthy.
Yeah,
Saquon's healthy. Daniel Jones isn't creating turnovers. That's a huge thing.
That's a good point. I think with Saquon healthy being key. Being healthy is key because you can keep defenses honest. You don't have a great passing game, but you could keep defenses honest because you have such a threat when you have a healthy Saquon in the backfield. So good for the Giants, man. We'll see how it goes. I want to see what happens when they play more division games. Actually, honestly, I don't think too much is going to happen. They're going to be able to hang with the Cowboys, which they did. They're going to be able. I don't think they can hang with the Eagles. They can definitely.
They got the Eagles twice still.
Yeah.
So they got the Eagles. Well, their division games are all in later seasons, so that's going to be the meat of their schedule. So they faced Washington twice, and even though Washington's bad, that's still a rivalry game. Anything could happen. They played Philadelphia twice, and they still got to go to Dallas, which is on Thanksgiving. So all those games are hard games. And traveling to Seattle, which we'll pick that game in a little bit, is not going to be easy. And Seattle has a whole bunch of confidence.
Yeah, you know? Wink will be able to shut them down.
So say again.
Wink.
I don't know. You know, Geno is a revenge game for Geno. You know, I mean,
I get it, but
he replaced Eli for that streak thing. That was weird.
We said this many years in Baltimore, and Wink we trust, dude. Wait.
Yeah. But again, having a healthy Saquon, Daniel Jones not turning the ball over, that's keys to wins, and that helps. But again, just that travel over there. So we'll pick that game. But the rest of their schedule before then, they got Houston at home and they got Detroit.
Okay.
So before they go to Dallas in the heart of their schedule, but you only beat the people that are on your schedule, and they're 6-1. So I give them credit for it.
All right, man. Well, let's go over. Let me talk about my team real quick. The Ravens beat Cleveland, which is what I fully expected. I haven't picked the Ravens much this year when we made our picks, but there were two games I was really confident in. I was confident they would beat Cincinnati, and they did. And I was confident they would beat Cleveland, and they did. The Ravens are in a great shape right now. They're a game up, half game up in the division right now. They're 2-0 in the conference, and they have a very light schedule. They don't play a team with a winning record until the end of the year, which is Cincinnati at Cincinnati. So the Ravens shaping up really, really good, man. But that's I did not expect them to beat Tampa. I never take the road. Well, I shouldn't say never, but I rarely take road teams on Thursday night games because I just think the road teams are such a disadvantage, man. And I didn't think the Ravens were going to win. I think this is the first. I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first time the Ravens have won a Thursday night game on the road. So I'm glad they won. And I think things are looking up. They're starting to get healthier. They got reinforcements coming in that they could somehow beat New Orleans next week on Monday night. Going to their bye 6-3, get some people rested up, get healthy, and they got people coming off. They have some pass rushers coming off the IR as well. David Ajabo, rookie, who tore his Achilles in March. And we also got Tyus Bowser coming off a torn Achilles. Man, the Ravens could actually be dangerous, but we'll see how that goes, man. We'll see how that goes.
And my team had a quarterback change since Carson Wentz went on IR. So we have the Heineke effect. And I knew he was going to come in this game. And one thing I said, two things are going to happen. One, that we're going to win the game because we always seem to give Aaron Rodgers fits. And two, there was a Terry McLaurin sighting that occurred during this game. And it was like they just never forgot each other. That's the relationship that works. For some reason, Wentz and McLaurin don't see each other. But Heineke and McLaurin, they're like BFFs. So I knew going in there, those two would get it together, and that's the main guy. That's the main guy you got to get going, and you got to stay healthy. And then once that happens, Brian Robinson had a good game, oh gosh, I can't even remember my own running back's name. Gibson had a good game. So that's what you have to do. Again, it's not an easy game. We don't have an easy game this week, even though this is the Irsay Bowl. But it's at least there's a little bit of, I guess, fun with the team. And so Heineke always had fun. He's frustrating, but he's fun. He's always going to be a guy that has 20 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. That's who he always is. But he's fun, and he can do some things for you. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I definitely wasn't surprised by that.
Real quick, before we get to our Week 8 picks, there were two major trades this week, and I just wanted to get your feelings on them. We had Chicago trading, was it Robert Quinn?
Yeah.
To the Eagles, and we had Kadarius Toney, the Giants, and the Kadarius Toney to Kansas City. What did you think about those deals?
Yeah. Did we get even talk about the McCaffrey last week?
Yeah.
We did. Okay, that's what I thought. These are two teams in the division making trades. One acquiring a talent, another one getting rid of one. The Eagles are already up front a solid team. Now you got someone who's proven, and that's going to shore up that defense. They're making a Super Bowl run, this Eagles team. And this to me, what this acquisition means, they're all in this season.
Absolutely.
They're all in. That's what that means.
I like in this deal too. I think they're trying to replicate what they did their Super Bowl year. Remember where they had all those D linemen and they could just rotate them in and out? And I feel like that's what they want to do. I mean, like you said, they're stacked up front already.
Yeah,
I think this is just another depth piece for them where they can just keep defensive linemen fresh and rotate them in and out throughout the game. Somebody at this dude's caliber, man, he's getting up there in age, but he's still productive.
He's still effective.
Yeah.
And then on that defense, like you said, he's not in there every snap. So you put him in there in these situations, you can have him go a series or whatever, but you just keep throwing him in there, man. That was a big trade. Tony is talented for the Giants, but he doesn't fit that team. He never stayed healthy. But if he stays healthy in Kansas City, he's the difference maker.
Yeah.
He's a talented kid. It's just he's always hurt.
Yeah.
But of course, he passed the physical into Kansas City and definitely looked happy there.
Yeah.
And somehow, I think the change of environment, change of quarterback, kind of probably makes him a tad bit healthier than he was in New Jersey.
I totally agree. I like this move by Kansas City. I don't think they essentially gave up a third-round pick to acquire a first-round pick. This guy is a speedy receiver. And I think what they're trying to do is looking for someone to stretch the field. They have McCole Hartman, but I'm thinking they're looking for another speed receiver to complement him.
Yeah, Tony, skill-wise, and who he is, can be the best receiver on that team. Like Hardman never isn't going to be that person. And They still have two guys who were number twos. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tony can be a one if he's healthy.
Yeah.
And like you said, he's a first round pick. It was a really good trade.
Yeah, man. I like what both teams did. And I feel like both teams didn't really have to give up much to acquire them. I think what really helps Kansas City is the fact that they got this guy on a first contract. So it's not, what I mean? Like it's, they could use the 5th-year option on him. If he pans out, they could use the 5th-year option on him. If he doesn't, they could just decline that option and not. In other words, it was a low risk in that you're not paying him much and you didn't have to give up much to get him. So and he has great upside. So I thought it was a good move on Kansas City. I really like both trades. I really do.
Oh, definitely.
All right, man. Well, let's get into our Week 8 picks. We got some good matchups this week. And by the way, we were both 8-6 last week.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, what did me in is you scolded me for this pick on the podcast, but I picked Denver instead of the Jets.
I just don't understand. Like, I didn't understand the logic.
Yeah, I was just trying to be different,
Yeah, but you can be different on things that make sense. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, what do you think of Russell Wilson, dude? Talking about he defeats jet lag by doing exercises in the airplane. What is wrong with this dude?
But he's always been Russell Wilson. That's the same dude from Seattle till now. He hasn't changed.
Right.
The thing is, he's not winning right now. So you can't overlook those things when you're not winning. That's the problem.
Yeah, I tried to give this dude the benefit of the doubt, man. When people say he's not a good leader, his teammates don't like him. Now I see why. Like,
why? Wait. What in Seattle said he wasn't a good leader?
Yeah, dude, you hear all the time from like Richard Sherman and all them dudes.
I feel like Richard Sherman. I only hear from Richard Sherman.
No. It's been.
Did Marshawn say it?
Marshawn
Lynch.
I don't know. I don't know what Marshawn.
Oh, because I don't really Richard Sherman.
No,
I'm not.
There always been whispers. Russell Wilson got treated differently. All that stuff.
Yeah, maybe he did get because he's a quarterback.
Nah.
I mean, quarterbacks get treated differently. I haven't really heard the whole not a leader thing. I know him and Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman doesn't get along with half of everybody. So I will take that one for a grain of salt. I just think that the issue is that he's not winning, and he's always been this guy though.
Dude, I don't want to see you doing lunges or whatever. Sit down. Like impressed. Like, come on.
But if he's 5-2, no one. We don't even have this conversation.
That's why. I'm sorry. Anyway,
am I right? If he's 5-2, are we having this conversation?
I guess.
Yeah, we wouldn't be having it. So
let's get to these.
I don't know why I'm picking him. So let's start with Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Since they have the early London game, playing against the London-based Jaguars. Who you got?
I'm picking them.
After all that, I thought you were going to just take the Jaguars. I mean, I'm taking the Jaguars. They're playing at home.
When a man repeat jet lag the way he does, I'm taking them.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it like this. Tony Khan owns Fulham. Fulham plays in London. The Jaguars are in London. His dad owns the Jaguars. I'm taking the Jaguars at home against the Broncos.
Yeah, I should be picking a home team in this one. So I don't know what I'm thinking. All right, who's next?
We got Panthers at Falcons. That's at Atlanta. Tickets as low as $28 there. Who you got?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna go Falcons, but no, I'm picking Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons somehow, somewhere, are 3-4. They're playing at home. I think the Panthers had a good run last week. But I'm gonna pick the Falcons.
Okay.
We got the Cardinals 3-4, traveling to U.S. Bank Stadium in Soda against the 5-1 Vikings. I think because I think they had a bye week last week, so we kind of forget that they're 5-1. Cards, Vikes. Who you got?
First of all, I need you to calm the F down. All right? Can you just calm the F down?
I'm where's my headset? I'm like, what?
Can you calm the F down? Calm the down. Well, that was crazy.
Murray was heated, yo.
Good Lord, Joe. Whew. Well, I think he's going to calm Minnesota down. I'm picking the Cardinals.
I think coming off a bye week, DeAndre's back. D-Hop is back. I think this is a game for the Cardinals to win. I'm picking the Cardinals too. I don't like birds, but I'll pick.
Wow. Okay.
All right. We have 1 o'clock. We have the Raiders going on the road to travel to the New Orleans to see the Saints. Tickets as low as $45 at the Caesars Superdome. Raiders, Saints. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
All right. Well, I was gonna take the Raiders. Only just because they need to win this game. Andy Dalton's gonna be starting for the Saints, and we know he had like 2 picks, 3 picks, 6. I don't know what he had last week or the week before. The Raiders need to win. They need this game, so I'm picking the Raiders.
All right.
And AFC East rivalry. We had the 3-4 Mac Jones starting Patriots going down 95 to face the 5-2 Jets at home. Who you got?
Jets, Jets. Let's go, baby. Y'all, look, I didn't believe in y'all last week for whatever reason.
No.
Look, anybody who's ever going up against the Patriots, I'm their fan. Let's go, Jets.
All right. I mean, the Patriots played horribly last week at home against, to me, a team that they really should have beaten.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna stop. Shoot, like Diddy, can't stop, won't stop. So this game, I feel like it's I don't know, feel like it's a trap game. It's a game New England needs. I know Ramondre Stevenson, of course, is going to be starting running back. Man, this is a tough game. I'm going to pick New England. I'm picking New England to win this.
How dare you?
I want the Jets to win, but I can't. This is one game where I feel like it's logic to go against you. We can't pick the same stuff. 1 p.m. game, the Battle of the Commonwealth State.
Oh.
We have the Steelers traveling east to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. Tickets as low as $225 for this game at Lincoln Financial Field. Steelers, Eagles. I think I know where you're leaning, but who are you picking? I know how much you love the Steelers.
I hate to say this, but I am picking the Steelers.
You're not picking the Steelers.
Yes, I am.
Are you? I don't think I heard you. Talk to this here. What'd you say?
No, I'm picking the Steelers.
Wow.
As much as I hate to say it, these are the types of games that Mike Tomlin wins, dude. And yeah.
All right. Well, these are the type of games Mike Tomlin used to win because I'm picking the Eagles. They're coming off a bye. They're well rested. They picked up Quinn. You got a rookie back there that's going to be that defensive line's going to be coming at. I'm picking the Eagles first.
All right.
Let me see. 1 p.m. We have the South Florida's own Dolphins traveling on the road, flying up north to Detroit. The 1-5 Lions, who has the worst defense in the league, basically. Dolphins, Lions, who you got?
I got 2 words. Fins up, baby.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think this is going to be a shootout, and I think the better team usually wins in a shootout, so the Dolphins are a better team. So I don't think that the Lions can hold – they can't hold anybody this year. I definitely know they can't hold that offense. Mostert's coming along in the running game, and that's all they're going to need to help get those wide receivers open. Gesicki, luckily he won't gritty anymore. So I'm taking the Dolphins.
Okay.
The Bears traveling down south to Arlington to face the 5-2 Cowboys. Who you got?
I'm actually taking the Bears. I'm taking the Bears this game. They impressed me against New England. I know that the Cowboys have a very, very strong defense. I know they're going to be at home. I don't trust the Cowboys, man.
Well, you should.
Yeah, I pick Chicago. They're not likely to win, but I'm going to pick Chicago.
Well, I don't like Chicago as a city, of course, because they're it's not New York. But I can't stand Dallas, as I just don't like that state. Period. Except for I am rooting for Houston, who are, of course, they're not doing me any favors either. But I gotta pick Dallas in this one.
Yeah.
This is they have to. This is a game that they have to win in a way. They got to keep pace with the Eagles. They can't have another letdown. I think Dak would just be. Now they are missing Zeke in this game, so they might be a little more balanced, I guess, in a way, with Pollard starting. But I'm going to pick the Cowboys, as much as that hurts my appetite because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. There's my mouth. Your team's off this week because they play Thursday. Oh, goody gumdrops.
Yeah.
Titans, Texans. Texans as low as $15. It's like a baseball game. Who you got, Nashville or Houston?
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans. Titans aren't good. They're not good at all, honestly. They really aren't good. But and also, their quarterback may not play, so it might be a Malik Willis show.
Oh.
He was a little banged up, but I feel like they are the better team. And the Texans, of course, 1-4-1. And I can't pick them because their baseball team lost, so I'm mad at everybody. So I'm going to pick the Titans in this one. 49ers traveling north to face the Rams in Los Angeles at SoFi, everybody else's stadium but the Rams stadium. Of course, it's a rivalry game. Rams, 49ers. Regular season-wise, 49ers own the Rams. Who you got?
And that's why I'm taking the 49ers.
All right. The 49ers last game looked horrible. Horrible. They got killed by the Chiefs at home. I mean, it was like 44-23. You know, McCaffrey doesn't be his second week in the offense. The Rams running game is still suspect. I don't know who this team is really. And earlier in the season, I think you picked the Rams. I picked the 49ers, and the 49ers beat them. Man. I always go with what I know would always happen, but I cannot keep having the same picks.
We have a lot of different picks this week.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good because I need it. I need to buffer my winning zone a little bit. This is a week I could kill you, or you could actually win one.
Yeah, we differ on 5 picks so far.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So
four picks.
All right. Well, let's make it 5. Let's go Rams.
All right.
Let's go Rams. We might differ on this one as well. Giants, Seahawks. We talked about it earlier. 6-1 Giants traveling all the way over to Seattle. Geno Smith revenge game, as I call it. Takes as low as $83 there. 6-1, 4-3. Seahawks coming off a huge win, beating the Chargers. Who you got?
Look, you already know.
Oh, yeah. You got the Wingster.
We trust. I don't think the Giants are a good team, but I believe in Wink Martindale. I believe he's going to be able to shut down that top-rated Seattle offense, man.
Yeah, Seattle. This is a weird game. I think the 12th, 13th, and 15th man are going to come in this game. I say I'm picking Seattle at home. It's a tough game. I just don't know if the Giants have the offense to win. So I'm gonna pick the
Okay.
Sunday night game, which probably in normal cases would be really fun to watch. Probably not this one. Packers, Bills. Who you got?
I'm taking the Bills on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills. I don't think we have a choice, honestly. The way the Packers are looking recently. Monday night game, Bengals, Browns. Another divisional game for you. I know you want the Browns to win and probably help the Ravens in your pursuit, but I'm picking out Jamar Chase is out.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
I didn't even know he was hurt.
Yeah.
But he's out. The Browns, if they lose this game, it could be trading some people. The game is at home. It's in Cleveland. Set first energy. I can't root for a team that has that elf on the field. I'm saying Cincinnati.
I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, I knew you were taking the Browns. 425, the Irsay Bowl. Washington at the Colts. As we all know, the honorable Matty Ice has been benched for the rest of the season.
Wow.
So shocking. I can't believe I was the only one that saw that happening. Don't know why everybody believes in Matty Ice.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by it. This is a tricky game. The two owners don't like each other, and I don't like our owner. But this is a weird game. Who you got?
I'm taking Indy, man.
All right. Yeah, they got the rookie starting. The Washington's defense isn't the greatest, but they got a little bit of the mo and the momentum. I'm picking Washington to win this game.
I figured that. All right, yeah, man. We have this is going to be an interesting week. We have 8 different picks that we.
No, it could be 9 because don't forget the Thursday game.
Oh.
The Thursday game, I know we're probably going to have different picks on this one. This game is a toss-up if you ever had a toss-up of the game. Eagles are on the road, and you already picked them to lose this week.
To Houston.
So, okay. Oh, man, why don't you just ruin the damn lead? Why would you do this? You can't even build that up now.
What's the build-up?
The build-up is surprising people who don't know that it's Houston by saying, "Oh, this is big. You already picked them to lose. Are you going to pick them to lose twice?" I mean, who you got?
No. Are they a road team? Yeah, they're the road team.
You
Right?
know the answer already.
They're the road team, I believe.
You're running the show, obviously. Go ahead.
I'm picking Houston to lose.
The Eagles will be 8-0 after this.
7-1.
8-0.
Okay. All right, man. Cool.
Yeah, not like I want them to be. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to be 8-0.
Never count out the Steelers, man.
No, I definitely don't. I just count out that front line of the Eagles.
This is my message.
Yeah, you saw he held that sign up, right? Somebody said, he had that sign up after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I made this sign. My people going down to New Orleans for the Monday night game. It's funny. My mind's been talking about this for weeks. Can you make me a sign that says "Pay LJ"? I was like, yeah. So I was like, dang. She been asking this for weeks, and then the dude holds up a sign. So hopefully,
well, that one looks better than the one that he held up.
Yeah. So
I mean, we'll got more of a design too. I just hope that sign makes it through, the metal part. So
oh yeah.
we'll get to that. But yeah, man, it's going to be an exciting week. We have a bunch of different game picks coming up, so we'll definitely see. And of course, we have Comic-Con tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be
We'll
fun.
have a live report from Comic-Con, and also next week is the Toy Fair up in on Saturday. So we'll see. It could be a lively week. And Halloween. Halloween is Monday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it may rain Monday. I know I won't be around for this Halloween, which just breaks my heart, but it is what it is. So any lasting things you got to bring up or anything?
No, man. It's a good week. Like I said, I'm hopeful for my football team, hopeful for my baseball team. And man, everything's good, man.
Cool. Everything's good here. Tottenham is losing right now at halftime, so I'm hoping that continues, and I'll be very happy. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and 1MD Podcast here on StreamYard and YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter, of course, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and Stitcher apps. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find us, the N1MD Podcast. Thank you for subscribing and liking. And, of course, we have our plethora of shows that we're going to keep doing. And so I really, really love all the likes and all the comments. We really appreciate it. Everyone have a safe and great weekend.
Peace out, y'all.
Gracie, what up, Gracie?